such an honor to have here with me Dr. Ben Fialkoff. Dr. Ben, please tell us a little bit about the initiatives you're working on that I know that will benefit our communities and also the world. Please tell us a little bit more about it.
Thank you. Well, first of all, what I want to do, because he's too humble, and something I've learned as a 40-year surgeon in New York City, is that I want to acknowledge Solange Warner here, because she runs this World Chamber of Commerce. And you know, supposedly she's very smart. Supposedly it's about business, but in reality, it's about humanity. And the reason I want to relay this, because it's part of what you asked me, the reason we do well in life or we don't do well in life is why? Because we have humanity. If you help your community, you're going to do well in life. You're probably going to have less stress. So many people come into my office, and I'm a gum and implant surgeon for 40 years, valedictorian of my class in dental school. But when they come in, they have back problems, they have this, they have that, and they look at me and they go, Dr. Fialkoff, why is it you never change? And I try to tell them, I said, you really want to know? And he goes, yes. I said, okay, you have to help your community. Now, I decided, because Solange asked me to tell you, I decided to do it with drug education. With my daughter, who's a wonderful person, and with my wife, you know, Maria. Maria's my wife, Mega's my daughter. There was a man, David Tidman, great guy, to me, different people. And here, who brought me here, who? Former Globetrotter, Bobby Hunter, Gator Rivers, all of them. And so I'm very lucky to be here with you. And the message is, help your community. You're worried about COVID? Help your community. You're worried about saving the United States of America. You want to help the politicians to do better. Help your community. Make it easy for them to help.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. There is such a positive message, and that's what I'm really excited to be able to promote. There's such a positive message, and also this will be for the younger generations. Please tell us a little bit about the work you do with the younger generations.
Okay, good. Absolutely. So the group that I decided to start about 14 years ago is called the Foundation for a Drug-Free World.
Nearly half of all public school children in the United States have tried drugs or alcohol by the time they're 13 years old.
A third of teens have gone to house parties where there was alcohol, pot, cocaine, ecstasy, or prescription drugs.
Over half of kids say it would be easy for them to get pot if they wanted some.
7 out of 10 teenagers have been offered an illegal drug.
Teenagers whose parents talk to them about drugs are 42% less likely to use drugs.
Get your kids the truth about drugs. drugfreeworld.org.
It's not my group. It's an international group of people who decided that we needed to save our kids from drug ravages. Why? Because too many kids are dying. When they don't die, they become addicted. When they become addicted, they have a lifelong history of having to take methadone, Suboxone, psychiatric drugs. It's nothing that I would want for your child or for anyone's child. So Drug-Free World is in 22 languages. You can get it, very important, at drugfreeworld.org, and it's free to you. The reason it's free to you is because it's a nonprofit group. It's the largest NGO, non-governmental organization, drug education program in the world. And the purpose of it is to help all of us with the material so we can educate our kids. Why? Because there were other programs that were really good out there. They had great intentions. Even from the president, the former President Reagan, Nancy Reagan. But the problem was they weren't working the way we thought. And why? It's not that we didn't care, it's just that we didn't quite have the approach. What Foundation for Drug-Free World does is it gives this child or this person in their own space, in their own time, information on the truth about what drugs are. The physical ones, the mental ones, right? And the spiritual ones. So what happens with that, they themselves then can decide. You can't force a person. I don't know anyone who likes to get forced into doing something. So Drug-Free World gives empowered solutions to that child, to that person, to that addict, so they can decide, you know what, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna be strong enough and I'll go to the party, but I won't take any drugs. And it's important for you to realize that. It has great public service announcements that you can go on, has a great video of addicts who actually were lucky enough to survive, to reform, and they decided to help kids. So if you want the program, Go on drugfreeworld.org, start your own program, and I look forward to meeting you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ben. It's been such an honor to have you here in our program today, and we look forward to supporting you in the future. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.